change more. Know yourself and we will win this war. Too many problems, not enough solutions. You're in the equation, but you're nothing but a nuisance. A nuisance. We're gonna change your mind. Look inside yourself and fight hate, fight fear. Your life is over here. You want to fade from time, reaching out from the inside your face. Well, it'll disappear with years.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Legend of Combat, a UFC 4 league, and we have a stacked night for you. We are kicking off the card with the bantamweight semi-final, Stiffy Steve fighting Tony Vincenzo. Personally, I'm so excited for this one. Two young bantamweights going at it. In the co-main event, we have Cameron Dunn fighting Yuri Boika at 155 pounds. Very excited stuff. One a striker and one a grappler. We're very excited to see that. In the main event, LoC Power fighting Cameron McDonagh, a 5-round fight in the heavyweight division. Winner will go for the heavyweight championship. But before we begin, let's look at the bantamweight tournament. We have Stiffy Steve fighting Tony Vincenzo. That one is tonight. Golden and the Joker will be next week, and I'm very excited to see that one play out.
The final here for the first bantamweight fight in the bantamweight tournament in Legend of Combat. Stiffy Steve takes on Tony Vincenzo, and they touch gloves and we are underway. This one's going to be very interesting to how it plays out, and Tony going for a front head kick there. Stiffy Steve letting the hands go. Tony Vincenzo catching him a good overhand there. Another good overhand. Stiffy Steve needs to be careful. And this was very interesting. The winner of this will fight the winner of next week's bantamweight fight. And Steve landing a good uppercut there. And a leg kick. That could be a good tactic for Steve to go to. And Steve, he's showing a lot of head movement here. Clearly got this striking, lands a good uppercut there. Tony landing, going for a Superman punch, and he catches Tony with another uppercut followed by a left hook. A good spinning kick there, didn't connect, but if it did, that would be light sight for Tony, I think. Stiffy Steve landing a good inside leg kick there, and I don't know him. And a bit of a slip there from Tony. Gets back up, and of course Tony Vincenzo, the southpaw, fighting the orthodox Stiffy Steve in the first round of the bantamweight tournament. A good body kick. Good combination there by Stiffy Steve, and his phone has now. Tony could be in trouble here. You know, Tony might need to take it to the ground, and he did go for a takedown there. It was just too far away, but could be dangerous if he does take Stiffy Steve down. I think Tony would definitely have his advantage there, and he's got the takedown. Stiffy Steve does go down, and the most important thing here is how Stiffy Steve recovers from this. He's trying to move to half guard, but Tony Vincenzo is not allowing it at all, and he's got lots of submissions in his arsenal. Tony Vincenzo does, and he's going for the arm, and that arm of Stiffy Steve could be in a dangerous position here if Tony Vincenzo advances position, and it does seem like Stiffy Steve will get out of this, and he does, but that could have been dangerous. The sweat was rolling down the faces of Stiffy Steve's team, and Tony Vincenzo just not letting Stiffy Steve advance position anymore. Not in the world, not a chance. And he's got his back now, Tony Vincenzo. He's throwing shots to Stiffy Steve, and Stiffy Steve is just watching the mat. He's got nowhere to go. And Tony Vincenzo might be going for another. He's got the armbar yet again. Now, what Tony Vincenzo needs to do is get that leg up, get that leg around the arm of Stiffy Steve, who seems like he's got to get out of this again. However, Tony has got that leg up. He needs to wrap that leg round and bring the arm back, but forget about it. Forget all about it. Stiffy Steve gets out of the armbar, but Tony Vincenzo doesn't seem like he's going to let Stiffy Steve back up. But then again, why would it? Forget about it again. Stiffy Steve does get back up, and the fight seems like it's going to remain standing for now. And man, what an exciting start to the bantamweight tournament. I'm so excited to see who progresses in this one. And it just seems like, Tony Vincenzo fainting a head kick there. And he's going for another takedown. He gets it. Tony Vincenzo in round one. Just on the top of Stiffy Steve. And wow, what a round from both men. You know, I don't know who I thought takes that round. That is a very close round. and Vincenzo goes for a leg kick straight off round 2, and he's got another takedown 10 seconds in to the second round. Very dangerous here for Stiffy Steve. Tony Vincenzo has just impressed me so much with his wrestling there. Stiffy Steve has no answer other than getting back up, and Tony Vincenzo go for another armbar. I forget what I said earlier about Tony Vincenzo having a lot of submissions in his locker. It seems like he's only got one, and it's that armbar, and Stiffy Steve making good progress on getting out. The problem is, Tony is getting Stiffy Steve and all these armbars, but he's not like troubling Stiffy Steve. Like, oh, he's got it again. Like, he's not making much progress with the armbars. It's not scaring Steve at all. It's just ticking down the seconds of the round. Like, again, Stiffy Steve is going to get out of this armbar. Tony Vincenzo now 3 takedowns successfully made out of 4, and that's a really good statistic for Tony Vincenzo, making a good impact here on his first fight in Legend of Combat. Of course, both of them are 0-0 as the time stands right now. And Tony Vincenzo moved to side control, trying to go for a Kimura, I think, and Stiffy Steve has now got the bag of Tony Vincenzo. The smartest thing Stiffy Steve can do is just get up. He's throwing shots, but he should just get up and just try and get Tony Vincenzo back to the feet. Stiffy Steve's got other ideas, but Tony Vincenzo get himself back up, and Stiffy Steve's going to drag him back down to the floor. He does. He drags him right back. Stiffy Steve saying, "You're not going anywhere, pal. You're staying down here with me." Stiffy Steve going to be looking for a position against himself in a comfortable position. Starts throwing body shots at Tony Vincenzo, who has now got his legs wrapped. He might go for submission there. No, he flipped Steve over, and now he's the one on top. The tables have flipped yet again. And Tony Vincenzo trying to finish this one off, I think. He's got another armbar. Stiffy Steve's stamina is 0-0. I think this could be the one that finishes the fight. A round 2 submission for Tony Vincenzo does not sound too bad at all. And it doesn't... It's going either way here. I think Stiffy Steve can get out of it. Yeah, it's going to be a lot. Oh, maybe not. Oh, this is the farthest he's got. Tony Vincenzo making great progress, but Stiffy Steve ultimately does get out of the armbar. You think, yeah, he does. He does. Good stuff from Stiffy Steve there. And you've got to wonder what Tony Vincenzo trying now. It seems to be another arm submission. Was it a Kimura? Was it? I didn't really catch that. But, oh, interesting here. Will Stiffy Steve get the slam? He does. Oh, he's back. Tony Vincenzo, he just slams him down. And now he's got side control, and Stiffy Steve's doing what he should have done earlier and just gets back up. 5 seconds left in the round, and Tony Vincenzo lands a good head kick and some hooks. Tony Vincenzo definitely wins the second round, possibly a 10-8 in my books. And just look at this armbar, and Tony Vincenzo going into the third round with balls and barrels of confidence, and oh, he's been hit with a spinning head kick. The confidence has been rocked here to begin the first round. Stiffy Steve's got it. Oh, he has another spinning head kick. And now he takes out Tony Vincenzo. He might be going for the ground and pound here. But no, he's got back up. It seems like he's just trying to make a statement here. And that was very impressive. And he slips the head kick, lands the uppercut. He's stunned. Tony Vincenzo goes down with a flurry of punches. And how will Tony Vincenzo come back from this? Has the confidence been locked here? The chance took a few hits there, but he takes out Stiffy Steve, and he's going to be looking for a finish here. He's not have. Oh, but Stiffy Steve gets back up straight away. Tony Vincenzo's mould is crumbling, lands a head kick, but man, is he in a world of danger. And still to come tonight, Cameron Dunn fighting Yuri Boika in the first fight of the lightweight tournament. And the main event, Cameron McDonagh fighting LoC Power in the heavyweight tournament, and Tony Vincenzo takes down Stiffy Steve, who gets back up straight away. Stiffy Steve and now adapted to the wrestling of Tony Vincenzo. Is it too late now? It could be all to play for. Stiffy Steve landed a good head kick, and he's got a high cross, and he slams Tony Vincenzo down, ladies and gentlemen. Very impressive stuff from Stiffy Steve there, showing that he's a real high level player. And oh, Tony Vincenzo's now got the back of Stiffy Steve. That high cross might have been the demise of Stiffy Steve, who is now stuck in another armbar.
say what you want about Toro Vincenzo, he is not scared of a ligament submission, and it seems like he may actually. No, it does not seem like he's making any progress in this armbar whatsoever. I think Steve is going to get out of it, and Stiffy Steve is now out of the armbar. And when you just look at a guy like Stiffy Steve, like, this man could be the face of the bantamweight division, and it seems like Tony Vincenzo is trying to submit Stiffy Steve again. And it's just a world of submissions Tony Vincenzo's bringing down a Stiffy Steve, who may actually be slamming to. Yes, he's caught the slam yet again. Tony Vincenzo found the effects of that one. That's not good for the body at all. And Tony Vincenzo now on his back, awaiting Stiffy Steve. Oh, Stiffy Steve with that head kick too early. That one could have took the head of Tony Vincenzo, and it could have flew right into the crowd. Tony Vincenzo now gets another takedown with Stiffy Steve, who gets back up immediately. And then recently, a lot of the takedowns for Tony Vincenzo lead to nothing, which is not what he's wanting at all. But he's got another. Stiffy Steve's takedown defense really needs to be improved if he does move on to the bantamweight final. Stiffy Steve gets back up. Tony Vincenzo trying this for a man punch, gets caught with a spinning head kick. Doesn't seem like he's too stunned, but Stiffy Steve's unloading in the last 5 seconds and ends the fight with a 1-2 combination. Just what a fight. The first ever fight in Legend of Combat, and these two men have just made history here. Tony Vincenzo, Stiffy Steve. The winner of this will, of course, go to the final of the bantamweight tournament. And just what an accomplishment that would be. The first ever Legend of Combat bantamweight champion. I just, wow. I'm going to the judges. Stiffy Steve there, looking quite confident. Tony Vincenzo taking this head. Does he think he's done enough to win this? And we're going to the judges, and the arm being raised is the one in the red corner. Stiffy Steve going to the final of the bantamweight tournament, and just wow, what an accomplishment for Stiffy Steve there. I believe we're going to look at the fight statistics. Very interesting to see. There you go. As a whole, 6.5 minutes of control from Tony Vincenzo. 1 knockdown from Stiffy Steve. Round 1, clear Stiffy Steve's round. Fair enough. Round 2, possibly a 10-8. 3.5 minutes of control. Round 3, getting a knockdown for Stiffy Steve. And judges 30-27, 29-28 and 29-28. A unanimous decision win. And before we go into the first lightweight fight, let's have a look at the tournament. We have Cameron Dunn taking on Yuri Boika. That fight is on next, and what a fight that's going to be. I'm very interested to see the winner of that one. And next week we have Son Simpson fighting Mr. Worm AX, who will get their first win in this lightweight division. I'm very excited to find out. And this lightweight tournament is stacked with names. Here we are now in the first fight of the Legend of Combat lightweight tournament. We have Cameron Dunn taking on Yuri Boika. And I'm being joined by special guest commentator Michael Bowman. How are you today, Michael?
Oh, I feel great. I'm very excited for these fights. I've watched the past few in the day and they have been fantastic. This fight, 2 massive personalities, fantastic fighters. I just can't wait to see how this goes.
And here they go, touching gloves now, and the action is underway. And Cameron sluts up a good uppercut there.
Fantastic from Cameron.
Oh, but he's been caught with a big flying crane kick.
And has been stunned by it. We'll see how he recovers.
He seems to be recovering well, throwing out that jab, landed a straight. Oh, but
And he's been caught by it
Boika with another crane kick. Could this be Cameron Dunn's weakness?
He does seem to land it. He can throw that out. He lands it. And the takedown has been stuffed. The first takedown
That is very important.
It is, as Cameron Dunn is a grappler. He does like to grapple, and he's been a really fantastic grappler. In his amateur career, he was fantastic. But his first takedown of his whole professional career has been stuffed.
But it was a good spinning kick by Cameron, right to the face of Boika.
And Boika tries to return, but Cameron's coming in with the body lock and the combos.
He's pressing him well here.
And Yuri Boika is throwing those leg kicks. I've realised he is hitting them hard.
Cameron missed the spinning elbow, but he didn't get catch with that flying crane kick. Very important.
He has countered it himself. We'll see how he gets on further on the match.
Another leg kick, Boika. Oh, he's stuck. Another takedown. This is very important. Boika doing very well here. Not that leg could be compromised, Michael.
Boika with another leg kick and another bit of hat. Cameron Dunn has checked that one. Trying to throw a head kick of his own.
Boika's doing so good here.
Knockdown!
Can't he dropped?
Cameron Dunn's first knockdown of his professional career.
He could get finished now, Michael.
Once again, we do need to see how his chin recovers from this, because he has been hit with it many times and now he's been dropped. So let's see how Cameron Dunn handles adversity.
A good head kick by Boika, blocked by Dunn. Another spinning body kick. He seems to be landing them quite a few times.
Dunn, he is fighting with his back off the cage most of this fight. He's trying his best to turn it around, but he just can't get his back away from that cage.
Never like it. Remember, the winner of this will go on to the lightweight. Oh, he's been caught with a big hand! Forget what I'm saying about the lightweight final. Let's focus on the semi-final.
Cameron Dunn has his eyes on that lightweight title and he's not going to stop going for it.
Boika keeping that distance.
Cameron Dunn with a bit better movement here. He's moving away from these strikes.
I believe Boika has the reach of something to Michael.
It does seem like it this way, as he is catching Cameron Dunn from the range.
But a good combination there by Dunn, and back to life by Boika. And we're going to jump to a replay here of that knockdown. He just catches him.
The head kick gets set up and the crane kick can finish it off.
And there's nothing Dunn to do.
It really isn't. And here we are back again. Dunn trying the axe kick. Oh, and a beautiful switch body kick from Dunn.
Can Boika keep this pace up for 3 rounds is my question, Michael.
It's a hard pace for anyone to keep up.
You've actually...
Oh, and he slips the crane kick.
Yeah, that was good.
Dunn, that's fantastic.
Going to the body by Dunn. Getting caught a little bit.
So this has proven his chin. He has proved his chin here.
Caught with another overhand.
And he is getting combos landed upon his face.
Boika's landed a lot of thoughts here, you know.
Cameron Dunn does keep trying that axe kick. Will he eventually land it?
We'll need to see who ends the round here on top.
It's been a tough round for Cameron Dunn.
And
But
Dunn,
he does land that axe kick. He's been trying for so hard.
has he done enough to win the round, Michael?
I don't think so myself. I will give that round to Boika.
And there's the crane kick that
Once
actually
again, man, what a
dropped
kick.
Dunn. The heart was in my mouth, Michael. It really was.
I thought we would have had a first round finish and a first lightweight.
Jumping to the final, Yuri Boika, can he do it? Going into the second round.
And Boika has landed a knee early on to the sternum of Dunn. We'll need to see how Dunn comes back from that knockdown in the last round. He seems to have recovered.
I would like to see Boika work the body more in this round.
It would be a good shout from Boika, as he has been doing well, trying to spin.
Oh, Dunn done a good job there. I think what Dunn needs to do is take Boika down and try and
Oh,
grab
and a
him.
beautiful combo from Dunn.
Good leg hit as well.
I do think Dunn needs to try and use his wrestling a bit more. He has been stuffed, so it might take a wee bit of confidence off him, but he can do it. He can get it done.
There's no point
A beautiful
striking with someone like Boika, but that's the
There's
problem.
a beautiful head kick from Dunn though, he did land it.
and,
a
he's-
beautiful
oh,
uppercut.
and Boika goes
Slap
down
uppercut,
for the
right.
first time in this fight. Boika been dropped for the
But
first
he
time in his
does
legend of combat career.
He stuffed the takedown anyway. The man's, his IQ is just so high. He's doing so well to stuff all these takedowns. Done with a beautiful body kick. Oh, and another nice
there we
slap
go.
the head movement from
Two
Dunn.
high level fighters here on Legend of Combat. The first fight of the semi-final tournament.
You know, Colin, it seems like Dunn's kind of made some beats here. He has came out, he slipped a few punches, he even countered with that beautiful uppercut there that did drop Boika.
Is Boika still doing that?
And Dunn finally gets the first takedown of the fight.
This is a game changer, Michael.
This is where we see, can Boika handle it on the
Oh,
ground?
Boika's trying to actually take Dunn down there.
Tries to get up. Dunn shuts
Boika
it
needs
down.
to watch his stamina. This is not...
Oh, Dunn is getting
An anaconda?
He's got the grip for it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and he's got his under the chin.
Boika could be in big trouble. Not the way
He needs to roll
Boika...
over here, and he has.
Oh,
He's got him
not
on his
the way
side.
Boika wants.
What Dunn wants to do here is he wants to grab his legs and he wants to pull them round closer to Boika.
I think Dunn's got it.
He really
Dunn's
wants to
got
grab
it.
his legs. It's tight.
Dunn
he's got his legs. He's got
Dunn
his
is
legs done.
stamping his
And it
ticket to the lightweight final.
Dunn trying to reach for that
And
takedown.
there
He's
it
done
is.
it.
The
There's
tap. The tap's made.
Fantastic from Dunn. What a comeback. A man, he showed a granite chin there. What a comeback. I've never seen a comeback like that in my life. That was fantastic.
Cameron Dunn is now going to the lightweight final, where he will fight the winner of Sean Simpson and Mr. Womp AXX. And one excited fight that is next week on Fight Night.
That will be a fantastic fight. And I do think whoever wins that will be a tough challenge for Dunn. Maybe not a tough challenge on the feet as what Boika was, but it definitely will be a tough challenge.
Just take a look at this anaconda. Boyka had nowhere to go, no room to breathe.
It's just fantastic. The black belt really does pay off. Look at the way he wraps his legs and he really pulls it.
It really was tap on that, and there he is. Cameron Dunn get his arm raised, going to the final at the first ever pay-per-view.
Here is the brackets for the heavyweight tournament. LoC Power fighting Cameron Dunn. That is tonight's main event. And then you've got Kai McMahon and Joe FR. Of course, that's happening next week. So let's get right into it. There he is, LoC Power in the white, yellow and blue, fighting Cameron McDonagh sporting the grey trunks. And this fight is officially underway. The two touch gloves in the octagon, and here we go.
This is very exciting. This one, of course, scheduled for 5 rounds, as it is the main event. However, it is the heavy division, so it might not go as long as that. and LoC Power throwing out a double jab and doesn't land any. It lands an overhand, however, going right to the body. Cameron Dunn needs to cover up that body. But he's moving his head around, showing off some head moving. Doesn't land that spinning body kick. That could have really put LoC Power in danger, and LoC Power landing a couple of hooks there. And he's going back to the body. Maybe that's the game plan there. Throwing a lot of hooks there, trying to test that chin of Cameron Dunn. And he lands a knee as well. Cameron Dunn's chin seems like it's holding up quite well actually against another heavyweight and LoC Power. And Cameron Dunn taunting, lands a side head kick, and now he's found his rhythm, but he's been stunned and he's been dropped. Cameron Dunn right down on the canvas. LoC Power getting too confident, missing a big head kick, could have been really dangerous. And he's going back to the body. He needs to stay calm and composed. And oh, he's wobbled! He's wobbled! Cameron Dunn trying to hit that overhand, and he's been caught with a left hook. Cameron Dunn lights out as he hits the canvas. Wow! What a finish! Our first round stoppage in the heavyweight division. LoC Power going on to the final of the heavyweight tournament. Wow, what a left hook, what a finish, and a statement has been made in his first ever Legend of Combat fight. Just wow, it took him what, a minute and a half maybe, and LoC Power going to the final. Please, ladies and gentlemen, join us next week for the next Legend of Combat card.